Hello, a very good day to you all. So I'm going to present a paper and the topic title is Facing Workplace Adversities with Enhanced Level of Resilience with Mindfulness Practice as Intervention, the study on Generation Y employees. So these are the list of authors and I'm Niaz who will presenting this conference paper. So the abstract is the purpose. This conceptual paper explores the relationship between the psychological well-being and the resilience using mindfulness as the mediating variable. This paper shows that with mindfulness intervention, Generation Y employees can enhance their level of resilience to face and overcome the challenges and in their workplace. So the methodology is the author reviewed related literature by examining the relationship between psychological well-being and resilience and the positive connection with mindfulness. Research implication is this paper can guide scholars to initiate empirical studies based on enhancing the level of resilience and examining the influences of mindfulness. So the value, this conceptual paper provides theoretical insights into the importance of resilience and shows the connection with mindfulness intervention to enhance the resilience of Generation Y employees in the workplace. This paper will deeply encourage scholars to study mindfulness intervention for enhanced workplace resiliency. So let's proceed with the so Generation Y employees are beginning to experience significant work pressures in an era of continual global change and the present trend of job intensification. Adverse occurrence might cause not just a decrease in overall organization productivity but also significant emotional or physical stress among Generation Y employees. As a possible critical asset for sustaining performance and well-being under pressure, workplace resilience is an individual's capacity to deal with and recover from work setbacks and to continue to strive to achieve the work goals. According to the Mostyn et al. 2021, many researchers who research resilience found a direct connection with mindfulness to enhance resilience in general and in the workplace setting. So before we talk about the literature review part, let's talk about what really mindfulness is all about. The term mindfulness refers to a method that promotes unfiltered opinion, inquisitiveness, and toleration while fostering a non-judgmental perception of a current task focused, including one's sensations, thoughts, psychological state, awareness, and the surroundings, according to the Bishop and with his peers on 2004. Numerous studies have shown that with the correct mindfulness practice, individual can increase their level of resilience. This actually came out in many research. Just for example, Johnson with Spears and McLejean with Spears on 2012, Epstein and Kranzner on 2013. So let's proceed with the literature review. So, relationship between psychological well-being and resilience. The literature review indicated that the link between psychological well-being and resilience is one of the most critical subjects of human development, according to the own with his peers. Research by Kay and Pigeon on 2013 and Seijan and Caroli on 2014 has shown psychological well-being uh, is strongly linked to resilience. Resilience is essential in helping a person deal with and cope with stress. Studied by Lee and Hassan and Sanderson and Brewer have shown that resilience is a crucial way to promote mental and psychological health against harmful effects of distressing and unpleasant events. When the COVID-19 outbreaks was at its peak, as investigation by Labrage and Santos and Verdolini with Spears showed that people are less likely to have pressure, nervousness, solitude, distress, and post-traumatic stress if they have adequate resilience. The relationship between mindfulness and resilience. Mindfulness practice involves actively focus on one's awareness on the present moment with an accepting attitude, and managing emotions and nurturing a wide range of positive feelings is vital in dealing with challenging circumstances and building resilience. Mindfulness training also emphasizes the importance of managing emotion and acting positively as ways to deal with hard things in life, according to the Roger 2019. Research by Bluch and Aison Law and Hoang with his peers shows that mindfulness training can help in reducing internal and external trauma and increased resilience. According to Broderick and Mitz and Charlotte Rails and Laurel, one of the most significant benefits of the practicing mindfulness is the ability to assist individuals in coping with different difficult situations by improving the level of resilience. So now talk about workplace resilience. According to the Meiki, poor mental health functioning is expensive for employees and employers, which means mental health concerns can have significant consequences for organizations. Building resilience is a potentially useful strategy for reducing workplace stress, rates of anxiety and depression. More resilient people can establish satisfying connections with others, control their actions, and keep a good perspective on themselves and their surroundings, according to the Gardner and Stephens Fisesco on 2019. Resilience is inversely associated with undesirable outcomes such as work turnover, intentions and actions, according to Lanz and Brookley on 2017. A recent study found that resilience helps resist stress and anxiety, that resilience is adversely associated with all the dimensions of a low productivity. So, mindfulness training for the resilience. Mindfulness helps people accept the present situation without judgment, which might help them avoid developing negative psychological attitudes. Based on a study by Amishi, a key element in becoming resilient is cultivating the ability to take one's circumstances as they are and refrain from passing judgment. As a result, resilience and mindfulness have a strong relationship. Conceptually, mindfulness intervention has been shown to theoretically enhance the level of resilience. Laurel and Mark with his peers think mindfulness intervention improves resilience by minimizing physical and psychological stress and adversity. Researchers from the Southeast United States engaged in an 8-week mindfulness intervention program with 47 participants. After completing the intervention, every participant has shown the considerable improvement in their resilience, curiosity, and thankfulness, according to the Bloch and Isenlaw 2017. So let's move on to the discussion part. In this paper, the author seeks to explore whether having mindfulness training or intervention among Generation Y employees will enhance their level of resilience in the workplace in the face of unknown adversities. At first, this paper explores the relationship between the psychological well-being and the resilience. After reviewing the journal related to the psychological well-being and the relationship with its resilience, the author was enlightened by literature review that psychological well-being has a direct link with the resilience. Therefore, the importance of being resilient is highlighted, particularly for the Generation Y employees working in an organization. This is a conceptual paper. To be more resilient, one must fit psychologically. Therefore, it is established that there is a relationship between psychological well-being with resilience using mindfulness as a mediating variable. Through the literature review, it has established some facts, and that is, psychological well-being has a direct link with the resilience. Those who psychologically well tend to have high resilience to face challenges. Mindfulness has a positive relationship with resilience, and mindfulness intervention will enhance the level of resilience. So proposed area for the further study. The first will be the relationship between psychological well-being and the resilience. Second would be relationship between mindfulness and the resilience. And last but not least, mindfulness intervention will enhance resilience. So let's move on to the conclusion part. Any nation's Generation Y employees are the most important resource. They not only stand for the direction and the country will take in the years to come, but they are also one of the most important drivers to social development and the advancement. Generation Y employees also have a significant impact on the growth of the economy. They establish a personality that distinguishes them as a member of a new generation as they cultivate a vast network of social interaction and changes the workplace norms. But despite this, they are the one who suffer the most. So in this critical junction of their well-being, mindfulness resilience may be an excellent choice to help them to come up with the top of their face of challenges in the workplace. This conceptual paper contributes to the literature review on psychological well-being, resilience, mindfulness, and their correlation with each other. The findings provide important theoretical insights that show the importance of mindfulness intervention implication for Generation Y employees. Generation Y employees must enhance their resilience to cope with adversity in their work environment. With mindfulness practice, Generation Y employee can enhance their resilience, stay well psychologically, and increase their overall work performance. So acknowledgement is this work actually was supported by the Ministry of Higher Education Malaysia under the Fundamental Research Grant Scheme. With that, I thank you all. Thanks for hear my presentation. Thank you.